If you try to buy an emerald ring online right now, you'll quickly hit a wall. Retailers obscure final costs until checkout and lean heavily on vague quality claims to sell their inventory. The core issue is that traditional online jewelers treat emeralds like green diamonds. They apply diamond-centric grading metrics to a completely different type of gemstone, which leads to buyer overpayment. You'll often see stones marketed as AAA quality, but AAA isn't a legitimate gemological standard. It is a marketing term used to bypass strict grading. True Sanity replaces generic certificates with the Transparency Manifest. By the end of this video, you will know how to verify an emerald's exact color profile, its geographic origin, its enhancement history, and its actual cost to produce. You don't need specialized tools to do this. You only need an internet connection and any piece of jewelry on truesanity.com. Buying an emerald safely doesn't require trusting a legacy brand name. It requires demanding mathematical proof of the gemstone's value. Let's start with any True Sanity product page. Look directly below the final price tag and click this button, View Transparency Manifest. This opens a digital document broken down into 4 distinct analytical sections, giving you the complete profile of the piece. Step 1 is evaluating color. For emeralds, color alone dictates 60% of the final market value, far outweighing clarity or carat weight. These 3 metrics define colored stone grading: hue, tone, and saturation. The top hue slider tracks base color, shifting from yellowish green to bluish green. The tone slider determines lightness, avoiding washed out or opaque stones. The saturation slider contrasts a muted green against an intensely vivid gem. Evaluating hue, tone, and saturation together gives you a precise 3-part color profile. This is the only objective way to grade an emerald, rendering generic letter grades obsolete. Now scroll down to the second section of the manifest, Provenance and Enhancements. Check the Origin field first. This tells you exactly where the stone was tracked from, listing sources like Colombia, Zambia, Brazil, or if the stone is lab-grown. The jewelry industry leans heavily on the idea that a stone is better simply because it comes from Colombia, but a geographic origin does not automatically guarantee a higher quality stone. This comparison shows the actual difference. Colombian stones, left, display a warmer green. Zambian stones, right, lean toward a cooler blue-green. Neither is objectively better. Next is the treatment field. Emeralds are classified as Type 3 gemstones, meaning they naturally form with heavy inclusions. They almost always require standard enhancement, like minor oiling. Honest sellers disclose this clearly. If you want to avoid natural inclusions entirely, check for lab-grown options. Lab synthesis produces the exact same barrel structure, but with transparent pricing and far fewer inclusions. Geographic branding creates a trap for uninformed buyers. The actual value of the stone lies in its individual saturation metrics and its honest treatment disclosure. Let's scroll down to the final section of the document, Pricing Transparency. Competitor retailers frequently use arbitrary market value claims to justify their numbers. This is a tactic used to mask retail margins. This chart breaks down the final price into 3 blocks. First, material costs covers the raw gemstone and metal. Second, labor and setting costs to craft the piece. Finally, the third block reveals the exact markup percentage applied to the piece. Add these itemized lines together. You can mathematically verify that the sum matches the final checkout price listed at the top of the web page. Hiding the final markup allows traditional jewelers to profit off a buyer's lack of information. Line item transparency provides a total financial defense against overpaying. You have now used a standardized framework to verify the quality and cost of a complex colored gemstone. You now know how to grade a true color profile, verify a stone's origin without bias, check its treatment history, and justify every dollar spent on the ring. Relying on generic colored stone certificates from diamond-focused retailers leaves you exposed to hidden fees and inflated claims. Full transparency also reveals the contrast in options, clearly showing lab-grown emeralds at $50 to $100 per carat versus natural stones costing thousands. Head over to truesanity.com today. Find a piece of emerald jewelry you like and open the Transparency Manifest. True luxury is knowing exactly what you are paying for, backed by hard data.